Hello everybody, welcome back to another Saturday Skin Showcase. I'm your host Hedge, along with my co-frog, Mr. MICRØ. We have a few groups of skins to look at today, which we'll review from both a gameplay and a Steam market investment point of view. First, we'll take a look at this week's Rust item store rotation, and we'll follow that up with a look at any workshop submissions from the week, which could be viewed as continuations of existing sets. We hope that this information will properly prepare us to make informed investment decisions about both upcoming and already existing Steam market items. Now, over to my side over here, you can see some people messaging, and that's because if you have any insights of your own that you'd like to share with us, please feel free to contribute to the discussion via Twitch chat. Hey Twitch chat, do you want to say hello to YouTube? So yep, you're more than welcome to hop into the streams and say hello whilst we do this live. Every Saturday, 9 PM, we're always doing it. So we welcome you to join our streams, which is always linked in the description. But what I also have there is the link to my Discord. It's an investor community. Anybody of any levels is allowed to jump in, of any experience. If you're brand new to investing, feel free to jump in and say hello, ask questions. You're more than welcome. We welcome you. And even if you're very experienced, please just come in and say hello. It's all we ask. Are you having fun over there, Mr. Frog MICRØ? You're definitely hopping around and having fun. Is it giving you a boost to your jump? Oh, he's got big. Ah!
Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, gentlemen, hello. Shall we get started? So, before we start showing off all of the new skins, we should just point out the silly things that happened this week with the Rust rotation. It got delayed. Got delayed by a day. Instead of Thursday, they appeared on Friday. So, because of that, we technically don't have abnormals this week. That means, basically, all skins will now appear, they will all appear marketable at the same time, not when the Rust rotates, but rather it's going to be Thursday night going into Friday morning, midnight UK time. So, yeah, depending where you are in the world, just reference UK time. They're all appearing at the same time in terms of being marketable. So, might be a little bit weird. Hey, you know, sometimes this happened. It happened last year for Lunar 2022, Lunar New Year 2022. We've seen it happen, so I just wanted to give you that warning. Mr. MICRØ, are you feeling up and ready to take a look at a whole bunch of new skins? I know what you're going to say. I thought you were
I'm feeling froggy.
I thought you were about to say ribbit, but I'm not sure if that was any better. Oh dear, what are you like? Mr. MICRØ, shall we get nice and ready? Because we're going to take a look at all of these deplorables. Gentlemen, take a good look at what we see right before our eyes. It's the sheet metal door. Technically, a continuation of that resources door collection that Mr. Freddy and Kruger have been making these past few weeks. Not too long ago, we saw the likes of the stone door being accepted, and its predecessors, the lock door and the twig door as well. We're getting all of them, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to be seeing another one soon as well. We're going to get the final piece, the armored door, but how armored will it be? How will it look? But let's focus this for now. As I slowly make it nighttime, you can see clearly this does not glow in the dark. So let's just focus it during the light. I could even turn the lights off here just to completely verify that yes, it does not glow in the dark. But let's just make it brighter. And yes, get a good look at that. I'll get up nice and close. In a minute, MICRØ, if you could get your light source, your wonderful miner's hat, we could take a look at what it looks like at night time when we look at it with the light. But yep, get a good look at all of this. Yes, see how it perfectly lines up with the metal all there from the walls. Mr. Freddy, I think you did a very good job of this. We saw that there was a lot of support for this. Loads of people were very interested, and it's very nice to see that it was actually accepted. And now, Mr. MICRØ, with the power of your light source, let us take a look at it in the darkness. Mr. MICRØ? Yes. Feel free to move around if you want a little bit, MICRØ. You can get a good look at how it stands out. See how... look at all of that. Look how it reflects the light. As I move to the sides. Yes. And then we'll just take a little push up to here. Yeah. Get a good look at that. Look at the bump map on that. Perfect piece of work. Wonderful. And gentlemen, for $2.49, have you considered buying it? Do you think it blends in very nicely with those sheet metal walls that we have? Very nice. So far, after about a day and a half, we've seen almost 20,000 sales for this. Not too surprising. It was expected that it was likely going to behave exactly like what the stone door did, because a lot of people do really like the fact that they can line it up with those walls and it blends in very nicely. Get a good look at all of that right there. So, gentlemen, you might be sitting there saying, do you reckon this might potentially be a good investment? So we're going to put our financial perspective on now. We're going to question, is this something that we're going to chase after? Is everything going to be all right if we buy it? Will prices go up afterwards? Well, with the likes of the... oh, hello, Mr. MICRØ. Goodbye. With the likes of the stone door, it had a very ridiculous amount of sales. We saw the likes of 45,000 plus. And initially, I was under the impression that there's a very decent chance that it was going to struggle, but it didn't. It was actually pumped up immediately. So this is actually going to be a bit of a weird one because I don't really have a very good direct skin to reference to. And yet we can just see it from the other side. Mr. MICRØ wanted to do that real quickly because, as you can see, from the other side, it doesn't really line up perfectly, does it? Just wanted to make sure that was correct and you understood. But yes, in terms of sales, we need to keep an eye on it thoroughly. Yes, the Rustle rotation happened at a later time. Technically speaking, we have one less day of these skins being available. But as I said, after a day and a half, it's already reached almost 20,000 sales already. This very likely could end up at around 40,000 sales, much like what the stone door had. And could it be pumped up like that immediately, or will it suffer due to the fact that it very likely has far too many stock in comparison to actual demand? Will we see a surplus? When we go through the bad times, will stone door suffer? And could we potentially also see the likes of the sheet metal door suffer as well? I do plan to do a video, or rather a stream, still talking about the skins, where I'd normally do my abnormal stream and video. I still want to talk about the progress we've seen for all the skins and what prices we want to do in terms of what we see in terms of sales. So that will still happen on the nights that I'd normally do abnormals, but because abnormals are technically broken, we can't actually do abnormals this week. We can't get that extra 12 to 16, 18 hours where we can judge the build support and get a good idea whether it's a good idea to jump in and buy them or not. MICRØ, I've talked a lot about the financial perspective. Would you like to offer your opinions for what we have in front of us here?
Well, you commented on the normal mapping or the bump mapping. I think they have done a great job, as they have with the other items in this series, of making the texture match the default building material quite nicely. So regardless of which way you have this door installed, you know, even if the little sheet metal pieces don't necessarily line up, I don't think that takes away from the aesthetic that it achieves, which is to say, yeah, it matches a sheet metal base really well. So I think it's cool. It's definitely a good job. And we have one more possible door for this collection, which would be an armored door. And your guess is as good as mine, but I think it stands to reason that he could continue this set. Although of all the materials, armor is like the least textured. So I'm not sure where you could really go from here. But I like this door a lot, and it looks really good.
And of course, it got accepted. So oh. Now he's in. He figured out where the door was. But yeah, remember what we always say, gentlemen. You don't have to buy a skin in hopes if it's going to be a potential investment, if it's going to potentially be a good flip. If you like the skin, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators, right? If you like it, by all means, use it. And it's a very cool idea. It's a very cool idea for a skin set, but we're almost going to finish it soon. And it was nice to see, wasn't it, Mr. MICRØ? We're seeing skin creators think of creative ideas, and this was a very nice, well, what would we call it? Style? It's of course, you know, something beneficial to the actual players itself, rather than bright, colourful rainbows and whatnot. So, cool idea. Let's see if everybody appreciates it over time. And with that, Mr. MICRØ, shall we move on to the next deployable? Mr. MICRØ, shall we discuss another very, very highly supported skin that, well, I believe a lot of people were very, very strong about this one. It had a lot of support. Loads of people were taking a look at this on the workshop. It is the Abyss Furnace. Yes, chat, get a good look at what I see before my eyes. It's very ferocious. It's very sharp. It is our good friend, the... Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
I can't tell you how many times this has happened. Destroy him! So,
well, just leave that running and I'll get a better one out here.
I'll explain. Chat, what's going on here? What's wrong? This is a weird graphical glitch. Is it a graphical glitch? It's the emission layer,
really
isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly. That's exactly right.
What's basically happened here is sometimes when you load in a furnace, you might actually realise, hang on a minute, that isn't the right colour, and you're correct. What's happened here is a very, very random glitch, and we'll show you what it's actually supposed to look like. So, Mr. MICRØ, light them all up. There we go, straight away, number one. This is the actual colour. So, we will take a look at this one for now. Yeah, turn him back on, and let's get a good look at him at night time. So, yeah, he's not meant to be rose pink. No. He's ghastly purple. In fact, let's turn off the lights and let's take a nice spin around. So yes, what we have here is a very ferocious, alien, scary looking furnace skin that we see right here. A continuation of the garage door that we saw accepted 2 weeks ago. Little Ranger has produced a very cool, very nice looking furnace. Now, what we should also point out is the great piece of work that he's done for the style of it. Look at all the detail that he's put on the sides. Look how it reflects the light. Look at the bump map. Perfect piece of work. And it's not a surprise to see that this was accepted. And now, gentlemen, now we have to question how well will this do in terms of investment. The financial perspective is on. But I will always point out, if you like the skin, by all means buy it. Use it, enjoy it, support those skin creators. But we need to question, should I buy 20, 30, 50, maybe 100? Would this do all right in the future? Well, the best thing that I could compare this with was the Dragonhorn Furnace from the Dragonhorn collection that came out a good 2 years ago. That sold a lot. That had more deployable skins in its collection. And that turned out to do very nicely when good times were happening. But when the bad times happened, when all rust skin prices were going down, it struggled. It actually went below its rust ore price. So at the very least, I wouldn't be surprised if this sells a lot. But due to the cool looking design, with the expectation that this is going to be getting a whole lot more deployable skins in its collection, that being the Abyss collection, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually holds up very nicely throughout this year. And when we do hit good times again, whether it's in the summer at some point, or of course post-Christmas from 2023 into 2024, I wouldn't be surprised if this does very nicely at some point in the future. So I'm actually looking at this with a sense of positivity, but I am also worried that this is probably going to sell like 40,000 quantities. So be prepared for that. Maybe you don't have to rush into buying it, but like I said, if you want to buy it to use it, by all means, support the skin creator. Little Ranger did a very good piece of work here. Mr. MICRØ, if you want to offer your own opinion real quickly, if you want.
Yeah, well, we looked at this one last week. We already kind of anticipated seeing this one perform well in the votes, and you know, or at least the likelihood of being accepted for this was pretty high as far as we determined. So it's another great job with the Abyss series with this sculpting and the purple glow and everything. I mean, players have been really loving this, it seems, and for good reason. I mean, it's a really nice sculpting job and a really cool looking furnace. So the flame doesn't glow purple, but I have seen some discussion about, like, you know, different colored flames on furnaces. Unfortunately, there's really only one option. The flames are always going to be orange, but because of the purple emission layer and the fact that you're rarely looking directly into the furnace, it has a very purpley kind of feel to the glow to it, especially with the new flame emission in the world lighting, where it gives off a very deep kind of orangey red glow. It works together, looking really spooky and kind of evil, and certainly looks very alien or unfamiliar looking. I don't know what the term is there, but it's
the aliens from Alien. Xenomorphs, I think they're
xenomorphs.
called.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
with the weird little bitey mouths. But yeah, he's done a really cool job, and I really do anticipate seeing something even more interesting potentially in the future. Because where else could he take this, MICRØ? He could make more doors, of course, but I don't know, a rug, a locker, water purifier. But yes, unnatural. Glassholio. He said the perfect word for it. Unnatural. That's what Mr. MICRØ was trying to allude to. So sorry to have interjected there, MICRØ. Do you want to?
No, that's right. I agree. That's exactly the word I was looking for, I think.
So, the deplorables are endless. Indeed they are, Mr. Astro Watch. Maybe we'll see some boxes. Oh, imagine that. You got like the lid bit, and it's got all teeth all around it, so that would look pretty cool, wouldn't it? Alright, so we've given it a good look. Gentlemen, if you like it, by all means go ahead. Buy it, enjoy it, use it. But if you are considering buying these for a potential investment, I will sit here and say, let's just leave it a few days. Let's see how many of them have sold, and then we'll take into consideration, right, if it's a good idea. And as I said, when I was talking about the sheet metal door over there, let's wait until Wednesday. I plan to make an extra video discussing the sales, and then we'll figure out what's a good price to put down for it if you want to do a buy order. But in terms of purchases, I wouldn't be surprised if when times are good, this will do perfectly fine. It will go above its trust store price. Because just look at it. You don't see many furnace skins like that, guys. I mean, last week we saw a frog. Now we've got a scary-looking alien. I'm just saying. But it certainly isn't a pog frog, is it, Mr. MICRØ? No, that's
it's not a pog face. That is definitely I'm gonna like devour you face.
Well, if you feed him enough sulfur, it'll keep him happy. Would you like to turn him off, and shall we talk about the next deplorable, Mr. MICRØ? Gentlemen, we're starting to see a bit of a theme develop with the rug skins. Get a good look at that. No, we didn't forget to decorate, or did we? MICRØ, no! Stop! You're meant to plaster it, not whack it! It's already placed in! Stop it! Stop it! No! 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 Oh, if you want to be helpful, get the paint out. Oh, God. Gentlemen, this is the Drywall Rug. Let me rephrase that. The Drywall Rug, created by Mr. Kosem. He has developed a rug skin that's actually supposed to decorate your walls. I'm sure you can get the idea how it's all supposed to look like drywall. It looks like that the base itself is... MICRØ, we've already... Why aren't you painting it in, MICRØ? I think you can only do... you can't paint on it. You can only do badges, what they called... the
graffiti things, yeah.
The placement. So you could do the Rust logo over it if you wanted to. Watch this. So you can do that still, right? But you can't actually paint over it. So that's a bit of a type of situation. But yeah, you can still do that. So gentlemen, what I'm saying, yeah, Pogfrog Clan. But what I'm saying is, we've been seeing a lot of rug skins recently that have been intended to be wall designs. You're supposed to put them on your wall instead of, treat them like a rug. But hey, a lot of people do that already. It's just smart, having loads of comfort in your base. It's all nice and comfy. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to put one on the floor and you can test it on your toes if you want? Get that nice and prepared. We can test it on our toes. But yes, this is 100% a rug. It's a cool design, but he's not the only person who's been doing this recently. In fact, we do potentially have another skin to show off to you a little bit later, but a lot of people have seen submissions like this, and they've made attempts. Oh, does it feel good on your toes, Mr. MICRØ? How'd you rate it out of 10?
A little dry. But I don't want you to go past this without talking about the bump mapping on this. We do actually have a normal map here that gives it a little bit of texture where those where the spackle covers the nail holes. It picks up the light just like it would, with a light coat before you sand. So we need to do some sanding here, but this is a pretty cool looking rug.
That's actually a great thing to bring up.
Very creative idea. Very creative.
But there are other people that have been planning to do something fairly similar. First of all, I can't stop myself. I simply must. Oh, it's wonderful. But yes, let's just turn the lights on, get a good look at this at night time. It doesn't light up or anything. It's not glow in the dark. I'll turn that off. As you can see, nothing here glows. So just wanted to make sure of that. Just make sure you understand it. But hey, MICRØ, if you want, let's get a good look at it. With the use of your minus hat, we can get a good look at the bump map work. And yeah, so we saw that, but as he moves it around, you can really start to notice all the little details. You can notice all the little bumping pieces. The little bit of plaster there, how it stands out a little bit more over the actual, like, wall. Ah, yes, perfect, MICRØ, perfect. Get a good look at that. Now, chat, what colour would you paint your walls in your base? What colour would you paint your walls? Ah, yes. Are you the type of person to go, just colour it all white, or maybe a green? No! Fuck it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Paint it! You meant to paint it! Finish the work! Right, so, will we see more rug skins like this in the future? I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, be prepared. There's some interesting looking designs. I look at the newest skins that get submitted every week, so if you want to learn more about that, take a look at my YouTube videos. You will see skin checks. Rust Workshop skin checks. Yep. We always take a look at all the newer skins, and this week we saw like 8 rug skins, and I saw many different ideas for how we could potentially use rugs to decorate walls. So, you wetting it now? Oh, now he's got rid of the frog. That was the one good bit. So, MICRØ.
Oh, yeah. You're a frog enjoyer, huh?
Yeah, I do like the frogs. I think I'm well equipped for it. Let's just put it that way. But the one thing that I wanted to say was, gentlemen, this is our second rug skin of the year, and we only just had Valentine's rug, like, what, a month ago? It's only been a month, MICRØ. Look, it's graffitiing the walls. Unbelievable. But yeah, I kind of get the feeling that we're going to be seeing a whole lot more rug skins potentially this year. There's a lot of very eager skin creators trying to get their submissions accepted. I used to hardly ever see a rug skin being submitted, but this week I saw 8. And I wouldn't be surprised with this potentially with this being accepted, we're potentially going to see a whole lot more. So maybe this is going to be okay in terms of being an investment, because if this is actually the only second skin to be accepted and that's it, no more rug skins accepted this year, it would probably flourish. After a day and a half, it's already had over 8,000 sales. With what we saw with the likes of the Valentine's rug, that had over 40,000 after a week. If it's nice and tame, I think a lot of people could really appreciate what this is and make some funny interior designs. But we had this discussion earlier, MICRØ. How many people actually want to decorate their interior? That's like the main question, isn't it? Like, how many people really do want to set up a base where they can kind of decorate and role play? And, well, a lot of people don't care, do they? They just
I guess it depends on your where you are in the phase of the wipe cycle, what kind of server you're playing on. If you need cloth, you might be recycling rugs. If you're at the phase of the game where you're not in need of cloth and you're out looting and you get some rugs and they end up in your boxes at home, well, you might as well skin them with this and throw them up on the wall. Gives you comfort. If you have them on the ground, which is a weird place for drywall, but you know, they can silence your footsteps. So I'm a rug enjoyer for sure. But I guess it does boil down to how meticulous you want to get about deploying it on your base to give it a feeling of realism. But I can see it happen. There's a lot of role players out there, and I don't say that in a pejorative kind of way. I'd mean, there's a lot of people who enjoy the creative aspects of the game, and it's a lot of fun to do stuff like that. So I could see this being a well-liked and well-used rug for sure.
Mr. MICRØ,
I'm eager to see more of this type of thing. I think this could definitely have a lot of potential for applications in the game.
Well, stay tuned.
Granted, it's all on the sillier side.
Yeah,
but I'm cool with that.
Stay tuned, gentlemen, because we might be able to fulfill his wish. Ooh. And MICRØ, can you just say something real quickly for me? Because I think I heard something there. Could you just say you're a rug skin enjoyer?
Oh, I'm a rug skin enjoyer.
Oh, hello, rug skin enjoyer. Right, let's move on. Come on. We come on. Right, so, no, don't you dare. Turn off the lights. You're breaking the electricity bill.
Sorry, that was the joke police coming for you.
All right, gentlemen, what do I see before my eyes? It's a continuation of the Fireflies collection. Wow. So, get a good look at all of this. By default, you're looking at this and thinking, oh yes, green sleeping bag. I can put it outside. I can hide my sleeping bags in the grassy areas and people will never be able to spot them. People will never be able to notice them. There's a bit of a special thing with the sleeping bag. Can you notice? Let's just make it a little bit darker, and I think you might be able to notice something. Do you notice it yet? How about we make it a little bit darker? Do you notice something about it yet? Yeah, it's glow-in-the-dark. It's a glow-in-the-dark sleeping bag. It's probably not a good idea to put this outside because a lot of people will notice it and a lot of people might potentially destroy it. So, just to give you a heads up, it glows in the dark, but glow-in-the-dark sleeping bags, it's not the end of the world. It's actually a positive in a different way, isn't it, Mr. MICRØ? Because early in your life cycle with your rust base, when you just get started, you're not going to have electricals all ready and prepared. You probably don't even have a light source. But what you do have is potentially glow-in-the-dark deployables to help you navigate around your base. You don't necessarily need lighting, you just need the right skin to apply, and then wha-bam, you know exactly where you are because you know where you put your sleeping bag. You know where you put your boxes and whatnot. There is, technically speaking, a pay-to-win aspect with glow-in-the-dark deployables because they are very helpful and very beneficial to you in the early game, in the early stages of you building up your rust base. But you know, as time goes on, you're eventually going to get lighting and, well, there you go. You're probably not going to need it so much anymore. But it's a useful thing to have. So, yeah. In the early stages of building up your base, something like this is very helpful. And when this first appeared, the first thing that I related this to was the likes of the Outer Planets and the Molten Visage sleeping bag last year, which were also part of collections, deployable collections that is. And one of them sold 25,000, one of them sold 15,000. When times were good, they sold very nicely. When times were bad, they only went down by a little bit. Like, they held up very nicely. People really do appreciate a glow-in-the-dark sleeping bag, especially when they're nice and affordable. And Mr. MICRØ, I'll turn the lights off here. Let's get a good look at all of the detail there. Very nice.
Yeah, there is actually a lot of nice texture and detail to this. I got to say, of the skins in this collection that we've seen so far, pretty sure this is my personal favorite, just because of the way it looks with all the, if you see a meadow full of these with all the lightning bugs, it looks pretty cool. Have you ever seen a field like that, a meadow full of lightning bugs in real life? It's actually really cool.
I just hit the wall, sorry. I need a better light source. Why weren't you bright enough, light bugs? Why? But anyway, the point I was trying to get across is people really do appreciate a glow-in-the-dark sleeping bag. And they usually hold up their value very nicely. So if this doesn't sell too much, it very likely will be doing perfectly fine throughout the year. And when we hit those good times again, whether it's some point in the summer or whether it's some point, you know, post-Christmas time, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if a lot of people start buying these again and the price goes up. And yeah, MICRØ, perfect analogy there. That's exactly what he was trying to go for. The nice, peaceful, serene view of the little light bugs just climbing along the walls with all the vines. Yes. In fact, if you just listen, you can hear them beeping away already. Right. Shut up, you bugs. Shut up. Shut up. It's night time now. Go to bed. So, very cool. I think it will perform very nicely. We've got to keep an eye on the sales, but in the long term, I think this will be appreciated, and I think people really will like it. A nice addition to the Fireflies collection. We've had the double wooden door and a sheet metal door, if I can recall, Mr. MICRØ. Yep. Yep, that is correct. Potentially we'll see a whole lot more. Mr. Zinc, you've been very successful these past few weeks, haven't you? You've been getting skins out accepted for your Toxic Wolf collection, and now you've got more for your Fireflies, so I wonder what's next. He's got a lot of potential things to serve to us, and I look forward to it, Mr. MICRØ. Any final words before we move on to weapons and tools, Mr. MICRØ? No? No? Are you scared of the bugs?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had myself muted. I said, no, I think we hit all the talking points there, and I think it's a nice looking sleeping bag.
Very well then, good sir. It's so good.
I just hope that's not poison ivy, that's all.
Oh, no. Oh, that'll be fun to wake up to the next day. Don't squish the bugs! Don't squish the bugs! You're going to ruin the glow-in-the-dark bit if you jump on all the bugs.
No, I picked up one of the lightning bugs and I put it on your shoulder.
Oh, great. Wonderful. No, stop it. All right, go on. You go stand and look pretty. I'm going to go whip out the first weapon that we're going to show off today, and that is the Deep in the Jungle AK-47. Yeah, seems like someone really does like a good frog skin at Face Punch, because get a good look at this little tree frog. Now, let's just make it dark. As you can see, nothing stands out. Nothing is glow in the dark. Nothing you can see there. So, yep, all good. Gentlemen, we have a pretty cool looking Deep in the Jungle AK-47. It is the 6th AK-47 skin to be accepted over the past 6 rotations after the past 6 weeks. Yeah, great. Hey, people like their AKs and they're getting served a lovely batch of them. So if this is for you, if you enjoy a good frog, if you're part of the Pog Frog clan, you've got a lovely looking AK just for you. And Mr. MICRØ, you might want to sort out your neck over there, bud. I think you've broken your neck, MICRØ. MICRØ, what are you doing? Fix him! Ah, he's a monster! What's he done? Right, so if only you were a frog, MICRØ, you could easily just morph it back into Spot.
Yeah, sorry, I had an itch. I was holding the gun and I was just trying to use my tongue to...
Well, that's what happens when you play around with the Fireflies. They've all crawled into your shirt and now they... Anyway, so... Not exactly a crazy design. It's it's fairly down to earth. It's a picture of a frog. What I do like, though, is little frog paw prints here on the magazine. That's a cute little touch. And then I scroll up to here. Got a good use of the design of the colours of the frog. Tree frog, correct? What are they called?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Rainforest tree frog, something along the lines of that. But yep, let's just pan it over to here. Get a good look all on the side again with the little feets. Frog there. And then we'll go to this side. Zoom in a little bit more. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it nighttime. And yeah, get a much better look at all of it. Give it a nice spin. I'm not going to lick the frog, cheese. Why do we have such naughty viewers trying to make me psych out by licking a frog? I saw through it. I see through time, MICRØ. Oh no, I don't like it. So MICRØ, any words that you might want to offer for this interesting looking AK? Are you a fan of the frog?
Ribbit. Ribbit.
Thank you very much, Mr. MICRØ. Much appreciated. With the exquisite analysis every single week on the Saturday Skin Showcase.
I mean, that is the technical term here for that. Ribbit.
Oh, dear. Right, well... Come on. Do you have any words that you actually want to offer? Is there anything that you want to say with what we're holding here?
I think that's the sound frogs make. I don't know.
We're not catering this to frogs. We've got viewers here. They're people.
You gotta know your audience.
Homo
How many
sapiens.
frogs do we have in chat? I want to see a show of hands.
Chat, who here is a frog? Is anybody here a frog? I need confirmation whether you're a human or a frog. I'm not sure if cheese is either of them. He's either some sort of taco or some sort of cheese. I'm not 100% sure. But yes, chat, are you a frog or are you a human? Oh dear, right. So yes, in terms of the financial perspective, as I alluded to earlier, this is the 6th AK to be accepted in a row, and that's not exactly a great thing, especially for investments. AK-47s tend to struggle. We have... I thought you were about to spray paint something on the floor. Right, so in terms of an investment, it's something I'm not super keen with, but... As I say, if you like the idea of owning a frog AK, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. Because, Mr. Kavahu, it's not exactly, It's grounded. It's not too wacky. It's just an homage to a lovely little slimy creature. And what does
it's beautiful art. It's a really nicely done artistic frog there.
Cheese is 1/3 taco, 1/3 cheese, and 1/3 skin goblin. Yeah, that makes sense. I think we're all a skin goblin in our hearts. But yes, thank you, Mr. MICRØ. Would you like to shoot it and reload it in front of us? Get a quick look at that. But yeah, my point is, if you're looking to buy...
Ribbit.
I like how only the lower half of him moves when you shoot. That's what I just noticed. Oh no, it's his whole head. But yeah, if you're looking at an AK-47 skin and thinking it's going to be a good investment, I'm sorry to say it's not likely to happen. We have almost 200 skins. We keep seeing new skins frequently being accepted. It's just the nature of the AK. It's something we know, and yeah. But as I say, if you like it, by all means buy it, use it, and enjoy it. So, Mr. MICRØ, I believe we're done talking about that. Shall we talk about the next weapon? Mr. MICRØ? Are you all good for that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's get out of this dark, dreary night time. And whilst I escaped the night, I stole something. I stole the moon. Yes. Gentlemen, get a good look at what we have right in front of me. I am holding a Lunar Thompson, made by Mr. Y9J. Look at the nice detail on the craters here. Yes, I've stolen the moon. I'm not giving it back. Splendid, yes. Gentlemen, this is a... why? This is a continuation of the AK that we had accepted just a couple of weeks ago. Y9J is trying to set up a collection. Sorry, I got a little itch here. Moon dust, it gets around. Ugh. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Y9J is developing his own collection. We have seen the likes of the AK. We've now got the Thompson, and last week we showed off to you a SAR, didn't we? So maybe that's on the horizon as well. But Mr. MICRØ, I take a look at you, and let's get a good look. In fact, maybe we should go back to nighttime immediately, just to get a good look at all of the detail on the craters that we see here. So, as I slowly pan around to the side, we can get a good look at how it looks with the reflection of the light, and we can get a good visual for the detail on these craters. It's a very nice piece of work here, Mr. Y9J. I really want to see some more. I want to see a door. I want to see a sheet metal door. I think you could make some very nice looking deployables with this. Get a good look at all of that. And then we just slowly pan over to the side. And then here's the little shooting star. See that on the grip there? And then we move over to this side. And yeah, lovely piece of work. And I love to see it. It's a Thompson skin, Mr. MICRØ. I'm going to jump in and do my financial perspective real quickly, because I'm very eager for it, Mr. MICRØ. Chat, I like Thompson skins a lot. They are very good investments. We don't see many of them. I think we only have like 30 skins in total. A lot less than AKs, let's put it that way. But the Thompson itself, the actual gun, it gets a whole lot of usage. A lot of people really do appreciate a Thompson. Reliable, not too hard to get the resources for it. It's not the end of the world if you lose it. You can always get enough to make another one. And chat, because of that high gun demand, all of the skins have good demand as well. And when there's a very nice equal level there, that means the skin prices tend to do very nicely as well. Just 2 months ago, when we were knee-deep in post-Christmas time, early January, there was a lot of people playing the game, and a lot of people were definitely buying out all of the Thompson skins to use with their Thompsons. And most of the Thompson skins that came out in 2022, they all went up to around at least $5 each. This is a $2.49 skin right here, people. What I'm saying is throughout this year, wouldn't be surprised if it sticks around its usual price, its restore price. But when we hit those good times again, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this potentially doubles in price. At the moment, it's not the top selling skin. I think it's actually like the second lowest selling skin at the moment. But none to worry, because I'm pretty sure we will be seeing a whole lot more after this. Get a good look at all of that, gentlemen. They are reliable investments. It's a great looking design. 19J. Let's see what else you produce out of this collection soon. Because with the right lighting, you can see all of that detail right there, and it looks really nice. MICRØ, feel free to step in now and offer your enlightened opinions of the textures. What do you like?
I like that you showed it from the dark side of the moon over there, where you could see the light coming in at a steep angle, and it really illustrates the depth and the texture of all those craters on the normal map. He did a really nice job of giving that look, have that impact battered look of the moon surface, and there's even little mini craters inside the craters, which is actually how the lunar surface appears. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool and nicely done normal map. And this, I've heard this, someone describe this as like a gray out set. You know, we've had black out and white out, and this is actually a nice sort of neutral tone for a snowy biome or whatnot. So I could see that being used for more than just the meme of having like moon shaped gun. So it actually kind of does have a nice overall subdued look and feel. It doesn't stand out very brightly. I could see this getting used a lot in game. But let me put it on my back. You could see the texture on the hand grip there. He's got a little shooting star to go along with it. That's kind of cute.
So we slowly rise up. I did allude to it. We have the little shooting star. Very nice little touch. And yeah, 19J's in the chat right now. How you doing, buddy? You got a lot of potential with this. There's a lot of creative freedom. Maybe not another rock skin. We already got a moon rock, don't we? But hey, there's no shame in having a different type of moon rock. Oh, we got. Well, can you remember all of Jupiter's moons, for example, Mr. MICRØ? It's pop quiz time. You've got Titan. You've got. I still want to remember. Wait, isn't one of them called Ganymede?
I think so.
Yeah, you could just call one like you could do one of Jupiter's moons. You could do Mars's moons. Doesn't have to be our moon. It could be any moon. Yeah. So, yep, cool stuff, cool design. Chat, do you approve? Do you like? I bought one. I hope you do too. Because, as we say, if you like it, by all means buy it, use it, and enjoy it. Mr. Y9J, you've done a good job. Give it a quick shot, MICRØ, and give us a good reload. And we've weaponized the moon, and he's hurt me. Why have you hurt me, MICRØ? Why? Alright, so, thank you very much there, Mr. MICRØ. But that's it. That's all of the weapons and tools. And that leaves us with one set of clothing and armor to show off now, isn't it, Mr. MICRØ? Would you like to equip it? I shall look at the floor, and Mr. MICRØ will change himself. Mr. MICRØ, it's time to get down and froggy. Get yourself with all that green on. It's time to get extra slimy. Just say when you're ready. Say the magical word. Oh, he's ready. Oh, he's ready. He's ready indeed. What do we see? What do we see? It's the Frog Cosplay Tier 2 armor right before my eyes. It was in contention to be picked this week. It was up against Comics Collection. And here we are. We saw that the Frog Cosplay is the victor, in a sense. Like, let's not rule out Comics Collection. It still likely could potentially be accepted in the future. But Emilio Frito, congratulations in getting your Tier 2 accepted. We should point out that he actually submitted Tier 3 armor back in January, but wasn't accepted. But lo and behold, here we are. We got all of this now. We've got the hoodie and pants on as well, of course, and with the appearance of a new core piece, that being the Tier 2, the Frog Cosplay shot up very nicely in price. Shot up in demand, shot up in price, and then sell walls started to appear. That's unfortunate. Resistance appears, and then it didn't really go up that much from there. But, gentlemen, get a good look at how nice, bright and green it makes it. Well, look at how happy Mr. MICRØ is. I've never seen him smile so much before. Look how good he is. But yes, let's just get a good look at it during the day. He's nice, he's bright, he's happy. It's Mr. MICRØ. Give us a nice little jump, Mr. MICRØ. A nice little hop, if you can. Now, some of you might ask, hey, that's a cool looking green collection. Maybe we could just see what it looks like in the grassy area. So, MICRØ, would you like to take a little runabout? You know, just do a little run in all the grassy bits that we have in the background over there. So here's MICRØ walking up to this tree and, well, I did say he was bright green and colourful because he kind of stands out a lot in that tree over there. Then I'll move it over to the likes of this bush. Yep, and we've got the grassy bit itself. But yeah, you might notice something here. He's a little bit too bright. He's a little bit too bright. Now, if we just tweak with the time of day, regardless, he stands out. Look, hardly any light, and he still stands out. And then as we make it brighter, he's bright and chipper and cheerful. He's the happy little frog. But yeah, not exactly the best green camouflage, is it? Just to give you a good visual for all of that. We hope that demonstration was nice and clear for all of you. Don't shoot me! Stop it! Why? Naughty frog. Stand still. No flies for you. Come on, stand back here. Strike a pose, Mr. MICRØ. So, this is a very welcome addition. We got a lovely batch of frog cosplay here now. Maybe you just want to wear it to be goofy with your clan. Maybe you just want to wear it in the funny little monuments and whatnot. Play poker as a frog? Why not? You could just sit there and say ribbit for everything. But the point is, we have now got to anticipate the arrival of a version 2 of Tier 3. And at the moment, in terms of sales, the kilt, which would be, technically speaking, the most important piece out of Tier 2, if you're going to think, like, what's the very best clothing and armour that you'd have, it, of course, would be Tier 3 with the kilt and the hoodie and the pants. I believe the kilt has already sold, like, almost 10,000. So keep that in mind. We've already seen about 10,000 sales for the kilt. We've got another 5 days of this Rust store. So be prepared. It might sell a little bit too much in comparison to the hoodie and pants. And that's the main thing that we have to be cautious about. However, it might also not sell that much as well. There are a whole bunch of other skins that have released this week. And we've only got 6 days of it. So maybe the frog cosplay doesn't get bought that much. And maybe the kilt has a lot less in comparison to the hoodie and pants. And when we see that Tier 3 potentially being accepted in the future, maybe that might be the thing that people chase after. The most in-demand piece out of the frog cosplay. But overall, it's nice to see it. It's nice to have a fun, wacky, bright, colourful skin set being accepted as clothing and armour every now and then. Thank you very much, Mr. Emilio Frito. Gentlemen, if you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, hop around, hop around, hop around. And enjoy yourself, because it's a fun little set. It's nice to get nice and froggy. Any words that you want to sit there, Mr. MICRØ? Is there any words that you might want to sit there and say, Mr. MICRØ? Where are you going?
Ribbit.
No,
ribbit,
no,
ribbit.
No, I can't translate. Anyway.
Ribbit.
So Alright, so, Mr. MICRØ, we've gone through all of the deplorables, weapons, tools, and clothing and armour for this week. This batch of skins, the newest skins for, technically speaking, March 17. We've gone through it all. And that leaves us with the next batch of skins that we'll be talking about. That is the continuations, the workshop collection continuations. But before we proceed to that, we're going to just take a nice little break. This is for the chat, so we're going to take a nice little break, and then we'll proceed to the next bit. So, see you there. Hello people, welcome back. We're now going to take a look at all of the workshop continuations that we've seen appear this past week, and we're going to go give it a good look. Starting off with a... MICRØ, did you drop your cheese on the floor? What's
it's
this?
good. It's good. We got a 5-minute rule here.
5-minute rule? No! That's not good. Anyway, so gentlemen, what we have in front of us is a continuation of the cheese door that we saw submitted and accepted last year, made by Michael. Yes. Get a good look at all of that. Now, MICRØ, I don't think it's a good sleeping bag to sleep in. It'll make you smell afterwards. Like, I mean... Do you want to smell like cheese early in the morning? Does that sound like a good idea? I don't know. I won't judge you. But, hey, if you like what you see, don't forget, it's on the workshop right now. You can go to the workshop page. You can offer a come on to two. No, stop it! At least cook it first. Anyway, so it's currently on the workshop. It's your cheese sleeping bag made by Michael. You can vote yes or no, and you can offer a comment or two. Now, is this going to turn into a collection of food deplorables? Maybe, but technically speaking, this is a collection itself. So get a good look at the detail there in the holes of the cheese, and now we're going to make it dark. I'm just going to quickly turn off the lights just to show to you that this does not glow in the dark. But as we slowly pan around, get a good look at the detail of the shiny cheese. Chat, if you get some bread, we can make some very tasty looking grilled cheese. I'm just saying, maybe some tomato soup. Do we have any tomato skins, MICRØ? I've got a good idea here. Yeah. Very nice, very tasty. It's a slice of cheese that you can sleep in. Do you approve? All you got to do is go to the workshop, vote yes or no, and offer a comment or two. Maybe you just want to sit there and say, this is wacky, I approve of it. You got a very cool idea here. Say something nice. Say some nice things to the creators and give them a good sense of morale. It looks like French fries. Really? No, it's cheese. What type of French fries do you get with holes in them? Well, you could put it on. You could put cheese on fries. If you're that kind of devilish person, but hey, maybe you're Canadian. Right, so, Mr. MICRØ, let's take any words that you want to say for this cheese, or shall we move on to this furnace over there?
It looks delicious, I'll tell you that much. I love Swiss cheese.
Okay then, right. Well, you need all the bread and you need all the other condiments and fillings, but let's just move on to the next deplorable. And what do we see here? It's a continuation of the ancient Squiggles rock that we saw late last year. This is the ancient Squiggles furnace. Yes, made by Legacy. Get a good look at this. All the silly designs. Yeah. Get a good look at the lighting right there. Look how he appears at night time. The little face lights up. Get a good look at that. And then you can see all the colours on the side. MICRØ, should we make it pitch black and then you use your miner's hat just to get a good look at the lighting on the side here? Because I want to show all the detail.
Let me turn my hat on.
Oh, yes. You get a good look at the rock carvings there.
I'll do you one better. I'll put out some static lights so we can see that.
Yep. You can see all the indents, the carvings, the colour. Looks really nice. MICRØ likes it so much it makes him fly in the sky. I know you're positioning a very nice light source, so... He's hard at work, chat. He's a magic man, and he makes it good. Yes. So, over back to here. Make it light again. Chat. This is a continuation of the ancient Squiggles rock, which appeared last year. Now, the skin creator himself originally called it, like, I think it was Aztec rock or Mayan rock. But then Face Punch was the person, that they were the people that gave it the name. So he's complied. He's also called this the Ancient Squiggles Furnace. So, hey, are you a fan? Gentlemen, if you'd like to see this potentially being accepted into the future Restore rotation, please go to the workshop page right now. And please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment or two. Maybe you could offer some feedback. Maybe they could change it up a little bit. What do you think? What would you suggest? Well, you have the opportunity to do so. You just need to go to the workshop page and offer your thoughts. And maybe the skin creator might make a version 2 at some point in the future, listening to your feedback, and they will make the necessary changes that you thought of. So, yep, cool design. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted in the future. Mr. MICRØ, I'm now going to move on to the next deplorable. I have the barbecue sheet metal door. Double door to be precise. Yes, Mr. Zlodno has produced another barbecue deplorable collection skin. Mr. MICRØ, I think I hear a pig. Do you want to go grab him real quickly and we can rustle him up over here and give him a good grilling? But yes, how convenient. He's turned up just at the right time. Gentlemen, let's get a good look at this. I'm going to turn it to night time with the lights off. And we can see all from the side the detail of the metal standing out. This whole thing is supposed to be a grill itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's grill inspired. I'm not sure what exactly it's meant to be, but
yeah, you can see all the wiring. Maybe it's a gas grill. Oh yeah, no, that could be it. It's no coal here. It's just good old propane. So, yep. Now we've seen the likes of the large box being accepted. Last week we saw a small box. Mr. Zolodno has now moved on to making this double door, and of course we've got to do our glow-in-the-dark door check, Mr. MICRØ. As you creep across, you're getting in the way of all the food, MICRØ. Stop it! I was hungry. No,
my food.
No, he's stolen all of it.
Food.
No, but clearly, as you can see, Mr. MICRØ, when he stands in front of this double door, you can see him. The glow-in-the-dark is, well, it's low, as in it's showing the lower part. It might be a little bit hard to stand in front of and not get noticed if he stands still like he is right now. Quite a lot of people might not notice, but if you were to move, you can notice the ham disappearing, and then the cheese and the chili. Oh, why are you so greedy, Mr. MICRØ? But yep, we'll just make it daytime now.
I think the big tell when it comes to glowing doors is, or one big tell is the opening and closing. Like, it's hard to be stealthy opening and closing these.
Yeah.
At nighttime, it's pretty obvious what's going on.
But hey, if you like it, if you feel the need to serve and grill some delicious looking meat with your door, you have the option right here and available to all of you. Do you like what you see? Would you like to see more barbecue skins being accepted? So far, we've only had that large box being accepted, but you could go to the workshop right now and you can sit there and say, hey, I like this skin. I think you're doing a good job. Or maybe you could offer some feedback. Like I said, maybe you think that it needs more meat. Maybe it needs chicken. You got to tell him. You got to tell Zolodno. But also, don't forget, please consider voting yes or no. Is this the skin that you think that you need in the next roster rotation? Gentlemen, use that voting power and, well, we'll see. So, we haven't seen a double sheet metal door accepted for a while. Could it be this one or could it be another future one? I don't know. Facepunch doesn't seem to like them. We've been through this whole process before, haven't we? So, MICRØ, any words that you might want to offer for this barbecue sheet metal door? Or shall we proceed to the next door?
I'm going to stick with the bit and just say, oink, oink, oink.
Okay, well, we better cook Mr. MICRØ now. Come on, Piggy, jump on there. Jump on.
I regret that. I regret that.
Well, no, you've chosen your path. Right. You've chosen your path. You listen to your horoscope, much like what I see right in front of me. That's your horoscope for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's another door made by Convency. So this is actually like his third. Isn't this his version 3? Because he has tweaked his designs before. This isn't the first time we've seen this sheet metal door. It's the Constellations sheet metal door made by Mr. Convency. I slowly rise up and I can see that he's tweaked the design for the Constellation, as you can see itself. He's tweaked the lighting. But yeah, this is his version 3. He's tried a few times to get this accepted, hasn't been successful, but, you know, there is a rule that we are aware of, Mr. MICRØ. If you wait at least a month since your original submission, you can make a version 2 and submit it. That's totally fine. And there's also no limit to how many versions that you produce. You could make all the way up to 100 if you really wanted to. But yeah, gentlemen, get a good look at this Constellations collection. We had a few skins accepted late into 2022 and early 2023 as well. But it's been a while. It's been a while since we saw one of them being accepted. Maybe it's time for a new one. Chat. You could go to the workshop right now and you can offer your vote. You can offer your opinion. You can sit there and say, I need to see more of this collection. I need to see this door being accepted. You could maybe vote yes or no. Or you could go to the comment section itself and say, hey, Convency, I like this door. I think it's looking pretty cool. I look forward to seeing some more deplorable skins made from you. Just offer some nice, kind words. Give that positive morale. Keep skin creators nice and motivated and keeps them nice and creative. So, gentlemen, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Would you like to see another Constellations deplorable skin being accepted? And if it were to be accepted, would the pre-existing deplorable skins jump up in price if it were to be accepted? Will we see the reactionary nature of the Rust economy with the deplorables? And Mr. MICRØ, would you like to move around with the lighting? as I get a good look at how all of this wiring stands out, the panels. Yep. If you could, yeah, turn off that, what's the big light called? The spotlight, that's it. Yep, turn that one off. And then I can get a good look at it with just your miner's hat and just see all the bump mapping, the detail with the wires. And yep, I can see it all now. And if you were to move slightly, the reflection will change, and there we are. Perfect. Very
I mean, that's
nice.
more about your position than mine, but yeah, that's you'll get that reflection depending on your angle.
Very cool. So, chat, it's in your hands. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to test it out? Would you like to test out the glow-in-the-dark door checks?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, I wonder if we can see Mr. MICRØ. Oh no, MICRØ, what are you doing in my horoscope? I was hoping to have a good day. No, stop this. No, he's ruined my horoscope. Now I'm going to be dancing all day long. How do I stop this, chat? How did this happen? How did this happen? I don't know how this happened, but here we are, and we're having a good time. Hope you're having a good time as well. Chat, do you like the Constellation sheet metal door? You know what to do. Mr. MICRØ, let's stop, and let's go take a look at the next deployable. And that next deployable is the door. No, not a door. It's a box. It's a box. MICRØ, what's in the box? It says it's classified. I'm very intrigued. It's the.
Yeah, I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. So
Well, I'll just take a look around it if you don't mind.
there you go.
Chat. This is the return of the Reinforced Collection. It's the return of the Reinforced Collection. We saw a few of those skins accepted last year. Let's get a good look at what we have right in front of us. It is the small box. And as I said, it's classified. What could be in it? What could be inside? Chat, we saw a large box accepted last year. We saw an armored door accepted last year. And I believe we saw a garage door accepted last year. Mr. Slanosta has decided to make his return. Would you like to see a small box potentially being accepted? But wait, there's more. If I just turn it to nighttime, it glows in the dark. Chat, do you need a glow-in-the-dark small box in your possession to keep your valuables and classified documents extra safe and secret? It's all nice and available to you. All you have to do is go to its workshop page and offer your support. Vote yes or no. Offer a nice comment or two. It goes a long way. Chat, do you approve? Would you like to see more of the Reinforced Collection? MICRØ, any words that you might want to offer for this?
No, I think I'll say just a few words. I mean, it's got the same look and feel as we've seen to the previous items in the set. We had some doors and a large box, so it definitely retains that look of like a, I guess, dark paint job with a green tarp. I guess that is. I'm not sure what that is. If it's a tarp or if it's a some other type of military-inspired, like riot shield or something like that. But it's got the nice looking glow on there. It definitely has that military-inspired kind of look and feel. So could see a lot of people enjoying this one. And it matches with the set pretty nicely. I can tell you that. It actually, I just happen to have this here. Could show this if you want.
You could put it right next to it.
Okay.
I believe we're going to be showing off. Wow. Someone's pretty loaded. Someone's got a whole batch of these. What secrets are you trying to hold, Mr. MICRØ? Yeah. It's a lot of storages there.
Yeah.
And let's just get a good look at it during the day.
You can see how well it matches the large box, and yeah, looks pretty cool.
Does look very nice. You got that very neatly organised. You're a person who definitely likes to make sure everything's all in the right place. Very nicely done, Mr. MICRØ. Now dispose of it. But yeah, looks very reinforced. Very clever, Mr. Astro Watch. Very clever. So once more, chat. As I said, if you like the small box, please consider offering a vote or two. Please consider offering a nice comment or two. It sounded like you wanted to say one more thing, Mr. MICRØ.
Well, I'm not sure if I followed what you just said there. You said, well done, Mr. Astrowatch. Maybe he was saying something in the chat. Oh, he says, looks reinforced. Yeah, I would agree with that. This was This is another collaboration between Slanosta and Demon, and I think they did a pretty nice job here.
Yep, it's very nice. And
Small boxes are always tough because the curvature on the wooden slats across the top is difficult to bake cleanly sometimes, and the fact that there's all the gaps and the openings in between all the pieces is definitely a challenge to make the design work. So I think he's done a nice job of sort of getting past those hurdles there, and well, it's turned out to be a pretty nice looking box. We got some normal map details with the green pieces, the little nuts and bolts that are holding it all together along the edges, and at nighttime the glow is nicely done. So yeah, very cool looking box, and nice little sheen on it too. If you can catch the reflection of the light there, you can maybe see it's got a little bit of metallic sheen to it. So
yeah,
especially on those silver parts across the top.
Yeah, I can see all of that.
Get on the far side from the light and look back towards the light. You can see that reflection. Put the box between you and the light. There you go.
Very nicely put. Very nice. Very nice. Spectacular. Well then,
so there you have it.
Yep. Thank you very much, Mr. MICRØ. And that leaves us with one more deployable to take a look at, Mr. MICRØ. As I slowly look to the right. Is it party time, Mr. MICRØ? Oh, looking very retro, looking very colourful. In fact, how about we make it dusk, just so we can get it all nice and bright. Yes, gentlemen, it's the return of Retrowave. Chat, do you remember Retrowave, which came out about... we're talking 2 years ago? No, 3 years ago. We're going really far back, yeah. There was a whole bunch of weapons. There was some interesting looking deployables. I believe we had a sleeping bag and a large box. And then we didn't see any skins accepted ever since then. So this is the return by Hatson TM. He has produced a brand new garage door right here that you can see, and if we can get this at the right side, we can see a little bit light on this side as well. Very nice. But hey, wait 1 second, it's not just this non-glowing version. No, there is another version that I want to show off to you. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to whip out the glow-in-the-dark version? Because, gentlemen, over to here. Dun, dun, dun. We have another one, but this one, gentlemen, this one happens to glow in the dark. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to dance in front of it? Show me your dance moves, Mr. MICRØ. Because yes, you might sit there and say, oh, is it noticeable when you stand in front of it? I have reason to believe that, yes, it's very noticeable. Yes, if you stand in front of this glow-in-the-dark garage door, people will spot you, people will notice you, and people will see you having a good time. You enjoying yourself over there?
Yeah, just having a good old time over here.
So, yep, get a good look on the sides here. Just wanted to show you how the bump mat looks. If we get real close, you can see with the lighting how the indents really stand out. Get a good look at all of that. And some of you might be asking, hey, 1 second, doesn't this have any glow in the dark on the roll-up bit? We'll show that off in a second, because with intentional design, we don't see it. If you could just turn that light off, Mr. MICRØ. With intentional design, no. We do not see any glow in the dark here. But there is, and I think we do have to mention it, MICRØ, there's a very, very, very small little bit right here that you might vaguely see. That isn't actually an intended piece of glow in the dark. No, that just happens to be there. It's not necessarily a glitch, is it, MICRØ? It's just something to do with the emission layer where it's kind of gone over it a bit. What was the proper wording?
If you get the camera inside, you can actually see why that's happening. But it's the texture is used multiple times. Just lower yourself down a little bit.
I'm trying. Well, oh, I'm a little bit lost.
From inside the roller, you can see that texture is just utilized on the interior of the roller, and I don't know if that's intentional
or not. Oh, that's
what
you meant.
Yeah. So there's a whole like glowing stripe inside of it. So if you're at just the right angle, you can sort of peek that from underneath a little bit, but it's unlikely that you're gonna see that in more normal gameplay. So if you get at just the right angle here, you could sort of notice it. But it's not.
From a distance away, it's more noticeable, and as you get closer, it starts to disappear. But if you stand a little bit further away from it, it stands out a whole lot more. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't see that on my screen.
Yeah. So, just something I noticed as I was walking closer to it, but hey, regardless, it's not the thing that we're going to worry about too much. I was just simply pointing out that was not intentional design. That was not intended to happen. Recently, we've seen the likes of some skin creators making the handle bit glow in the dark ever so slightly. We've even seen some people, some skin creators, make the actual side of the roll-up glow in the dark as well. If I can recall, there was a Halloween one which had candles in the middle here, which was a neat little addition. So, pretty cool, pretty nice. Chat, do you approve? Do you like what you see? It's the Retrowave garage door glow in the dark version. Is this a skin that you'd like to see being accepted? Don't forget, go to the workshop right now. You can go to Hats and TM's workshop, and you too could potentially see this maybe being accepted. Show your support, vote yes or no, and don't forget to offer a nice comment or two. It's right there and it's available, but let's see if it appears at some point in the future. Summer's just around the corner. Maybe we need the right type of garage door for it. Any other words that you might want to sit there and say, Mr. MICRØ, before we proceed to the next phase?
No, I think you covered it.
All right, so let's just wind this up. And we're going to start talking about weapons and tools. Chat, before we get started, I just want to say, out of all of these deplorables, do not forget, if you liked any of them, please consider going to their workshop pages and showing your support. Right then, starting off with weapons and tools, what do I have in my hands? It's the Lunar semi-automatic rifle. Get a good look at this, gentlemen. We literally just showed you the Thompson that was accepted, and I did allude to the fact that we were going to see a SAR skin, and here we are. Get a good look at the little craters with craters inside craters. It's a good little thing. And if we just do this, actually I hear an animal. That would be a better thing to shoot. Where are you? I hear you. Where are you? Oh, he's got that. Say goodbye to your mother, Bambi. Right, so, cool looking SAR skin right in front of us. Part of a flourishing collection, I guess you could say. I mean, it's only just got started with the second skin being accepted. This does not glow. Yep, this does not glow. Right, so back over to here. Mr. MICRØ, strike a pose. How you looking, good buddy? Let's take a nice closer look at what you're holding in your hands. Yep. So, gentlemen, Mr. Y9J has been making more and more. MICRØ, could you get rid of that deer? Show us what it looks like when you shoot and reload. Exquisite piece of work, my friend. Now, give us a good reload. Ow! Why? Why must you hurt me this way, Mr. MICRØ? All I wanted to do was talk about skins. Don't tell me there's another one. I hear him. Don't worry, it's all good. So, yes, get a good look at it. He's gone. We've struck fear into him. Right, let's just make it dark. Let's get a good look at the detail.
What I'm going to do real quick is just pivot myself to get the best look at the lighting, because we know how this is going to look with that nice steep angle of light to show off the normal map. Another very cool looking moon texture here.
Very nicely presented, Mr. MICRØ. You did a good little position there. I got all of that. That looks really nice. Mr. Y9J, looking very good. I wonder what he's going to produce next. First of all, we'll probably want to see if this gets accepted. And that's actually a bit of a trend I've noticed recently. SARs actually haven't been accepted for a while. Haven't had a SAR skin accepted since, I think, early February. So, it's been a while. Towards the end of last year, I thought we were seeing far too many of them. And now, I'm actually surprised we've hardly seen any of them. Guess things change. But yep, not recommended for people with trypophobia. Is that the one with where people don't like holes? Because
yeah, I could see that.
What's so bad? It's just some holes. It's what? Do they not like seeing things go in the holes or sticking their fingers in the... I'm not going to talk anymore. Right, so we got that lovely little shooting star over here. You're a star, MICRØ. Congratulations. Hope you shoot all the people that you need to do so perfectly. So, yep. Very nice. Ah, not me! So, yep. A nice addition to a brand new collection. Will this be accepted, and what will we see in the future? Mr. Y9J, we look forward to what you're going to produce next. We're very eager. And yep, as we can see, we just slowly rise up, rise up, rise up. Get a good look at this. Very nice. And yes, more for the grey. What did you call it? Grey out collection?
Grey out? Yeah, that's not my terminology, but I saw some other people discussing it with that phrasing.
Well,
I think it's appropriate.
If you want to support the Grey Out collection, please consider going to the workshop. Please consider offering a vote or two. A comment or two. You can't vote more than once. Don't do that. Right, Mr. MICRØ, any other words that you might want to say, or shall we proceed to the next weapon or tool?
Nope. I claim the moon for myself. This is mine now.
Which
moon? Get off my moon.
Which moon?
Get off my moon.
Which moon? Didn't think it through. Right. And so we move on to the next weapon. That is the hunting LR300. Talk about hunting. Yeah, that's it. You don't want to get too close now, do you? I'll get you one day, Bambi. All right. Get a good look at this. Shows exactly what you need to shoot. Mr. Bad Trip. Master Bad T-Rip. Yes. Get a good look at that. The wood carving design. Very nice. Stands out very nicely. And, of course, if we make it nighttime, what do we see? Absolutely nothing. Just the way we like it. No glow-in-the-dark weapons. Yep. And, Mr. MICRØ, I want you to start striking a pose, because I need you to look extra, extra nice whilst you hold this in position. Alright. Okay. Get a good look at the design of this. I like how this kind of seems a bit rigid. I'm noticing the, like, kind of straight, flat wood design there. Right where the... it's shiny as well. Ooh. What would you call this little bit here, Mr. MICRØ, if you can see my screen?
I do. You like the attachment rail?
Yeah, looks nice. I think he's done a clever job of that. Shiny.
The front of the foregrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks, the whole thing looks really nice. I think the wood texture is well done. All these little carvings are nicely modeled. The gloss map is nicely done to give it like the wood a little bit of a polished sheen. I think it's a great integration of the wood idea into like a metallic weapon, but giving it this is a little bit of a stretch, because we did see the hunting rifle, which is very common in rifles to have like a nice decorative wood thing, but this is an LR300. They don't make LRs out of wood, I'll tell you that much. There's no like cosmetic piece to wrap around. This is all like normally aluminum and whatnot. So it's a little bit of a stretch, but as far as the aesthetic and the design, I think it looks really, really good. This is a cool looking skin, nice little carving details around, and well, it came together really nicely. And I like the detail on the foregrip, just a little grippy pattern in the front. The balance of the brown and the black together works really well. So yeah, I think this is a cool looking skin.
Good look at all of that. Nice
balance of like artistic and realistic at the same time. I think it just it ticks all the boxes for a well done skin. Now, we didn't see the hunting rifle itself, the L9. It didn't get a ton of popularity behind it, but I think if you like that one, you're gonna like this one too. I mean, this is done with an equal quality and finish and whatnot, and the sights look really nice too. They have a nice red ghost ring and a nice front red post sight. So I could see this being a favorite just for the sights alone. Sorry, I'm moving around on your screen because I'm evaluating the site on mine in the light here, but it it has a very nice look to it.
Sorry, someone was just asking a question. I was trying to help them out real quickly. As I said, you're more than welcome to ask a question, and yeah, everybody's welcome to say hello to the stream. All right, so get a good look at that, gentlemen. It's in the workshop right now. Feel free to offer your opinions. Feel free to comment on the workshop page. Feel free to offer a nice comment or two, and feel free to vote yes or no. Would you like to see a lovely, well-crafted wooden carving that is the LR300, the hunting LR300? Yes. Mr. MICRØ, I do believe we've given it its justice. Don't you dare hunt me! I'm a cool-looking frog, right? No.
Can you hunt frogs? I got my license.
Well, Well, I don't think
I guess
I'm
this
alive
is for hunting
anymore.
deer because it's got the deer carvings on the side. You would know if it was for hunting frogs because it would have little frogs carved into the side.
Unbelievable. Right. So, chat. Good day. We're going to move on to talking about what's next. What is this? This certainly isn't. Well, actually, it's actually quite light. I could easily hold this up. It's a lightweight M249. Hey! Oh. Yeah, I've got the lightweight M249, gentlemen. It's a continuation of the lightweight collection. Mr. Robstar and Diaz as well, I'm sure. They're always working together on the lightweight collection. They've returned to... Is it a version 2? No, it's a version 2. I remember the original one. This one's got no stock in it. Would you call that stockless?
Yeah, this would be a stockless version.
All right.
It's too bad, now that I think about it, it would be nice, it would be a cool mechanic if the absence of a stock somehow affected your spray.
Oh,
made the recoil a little more difficult.
No, come here. Do you reckon you can shoot all of the boots off with your bullets?
I don't think you can shoot away the decals.
I think you could if you give it a little bit of an effort. Oh no! He just shot the rug off. I completely forgot it's not a wall, it's a rug. No! No, oh no, we saw you. We can. Hey, stop! Okay. You didn't just shoot me forever. I was just going to say, we found your little secret graffiti that we couldn't see over the rug, so... Right, come on, you go stand over there. Let's go strike a nice pose, Mr. MICRØ. It's going to take me a while to get a bit ready now. He's shot me a few too much. Hello, Mr. Perilous Outlaw, how you doing? Do you like what we have right in front of us? It's the lightweight M249. Now, let's just make sure I am... well in gear, and we're going to start slowly panning around. Did you see that nice little streak of light that we just saw there? How about we just zoom in a little bit more and slowly pan around? Do you see the nice shine that streaks across on the side? Perfect. I got that all on camera. Now, gentlemen, don't forget there's this weird little glitch with M249s where it looks like it's constantly wobbling. That's not our fault. It's the engine's fault. MICRØ's also not very cold. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. We're blaming the game engine. But yeah.
And also, I didn't take my meds today, so.
Ah, right. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more on the side. Yep. You can see all the lightweight design in its glory. So holes makes it lighter. Is that like the mouse designs I've seen, the little gaming mouses? I'm not sure if this is actually something that happens for actual weapons. I would have thought this would not be a smart idea. But hey, we've had multiple lightweight skins accepted over the past few years. It'll be nice to see a nice return to it. And when we make it darker, it makes it ever so more shinier. Do you notice the little reflection of light there on the sides? Oh, I see it. Mr. MICRØ, let's get a little bit closer. Let's go look at all of the indents here. We could probably go get that cheese bag and grate it with this. I'm just saying, we could grate some pretty good cheese with this MICRØ.
This is like a trypophobia nightmare stream we're doing today.
I know. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Don't stick your fingers in there. Oh no. But yep, MICRØ. Oh, whoa. Hello. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Yes, got a good look at that. Now, MICRØ. You hit me. Oh, which way you throw that thing?
Sorry.
We haven't seen a lightweight skin accepted since... now we're going far back, aren't we? There was definitely one accepted in 2022, right? Because I do remember there was there's some attempts to get the clothing accepted, which we still haven't had. And we did see an instance of it in the Complete the Sets, but I don't think we've had one in over a year. So maybe this could be the return of it. And let's just get a good look at that. Now, one thing I will point out, we did very recently just see the Toxic Wolf M249 being accepted. Will that affect the potential in this being accepted? Who knows? I don't work for Face Punch, but maybe they just like to make them a bit more spread out. We only had 4 accepted last year, and before that, I think we only had 2. So if this were to be accepted, it would... I don't know, be a little bit of a surprise, but hey, if you like it and you want to support it, make sure you go to the workshop page, make sure that you vote yes or no, and don't forget, offer a nice comment or two. It goes a long way. MICRØ, any other words that you might want to sit there and say before we move on to the next weapon and tool?
No, I like the shine. I like the way it reflects light and picks up light on those little hexagonal panels. This one is about the shine and the geometry there. It's all like hard lines and very geometric look to it. Definitely looks cool. Definitely a lot of effort went into the different sculpting and then the design here. Very nice. I could see this being good for the winter biomes.
Very nice. Right.
And for people who don't like to carry heavy guns.
Clever thinking, my friend. Clever thinking. Right. Back to me. Hello, me. I'm alive, I think. And I have new guns to show. What's this in my hands? No, wait, hang on a minute. That's not a gun. That's strange. It's very convenient that we literally just talked about this collection. Gentlemen, I have the Toxic Wolf tools. What do I have in my hands? With the lighting you can see... Do you see that? When it starts to go in the shade. Do you see how it stands out quite nicely? And then when it gets brighter... Toxic Wolf hatchet in my hands. Chat, do you like what you see? Oh, look at the shine of that. Oh, MICRØ, we definitely want to get a good look at this. It's got a very decent amount of bump map in there with the scratch marks. And then if we go over to here, I've got myself a pickaxe. Very nice. Now, does it glow in the dark? Let's go find out. No! No, it does not. No, it does not. Very nice. So, back over to the bright days. We see Mr. MICRØ holding his pickaxe, please. It's almost in your mouth. It's almost like you're trying to play an instrument. Alright, so... Oh, I thought you were about to throw that at me. Let's get a good look at what we have over here. It's the toxic saliva of that naughty little toxic wolf. And as we see it in the bright sunshine, you can see the nice reflection of the bump map work there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I move to the left. No, I'm going to move to my left. And you can see how the light reflects in that. And then we're going to make it darker. And now you can start to see how the light reflects in it. See that? Yeah. We've done a pretty good job of this, Mr. Zinc. Yeah. Perfect. Right. So, let's move in closer and scroll down a bit.
One of the challenges when it comes to developing a skin for the pickaxe in particular is the fact that the design on the handle is mirrored. You're really only painting on half of it, and then the design is reused on both halves of it. So if you ever look at a pickaxe handle, the pattern is always symmetrical about the vertical or about the long axis. So it's not always easy to work around that challenge when coming up with a design. And I think he did a pretty good job of making this concept work without calling too much attention to the repetition of the texture there. So this is a pretty cool looking set, and I particularly like the sculpting work that he did on the scratch marks, and you can see it even more on the hatchet itself. But the way you pointed out that you could see this picking up light in low light conditions, I think that's really cool, and I really don't think that's too much to worry about when it comes to the stealthy aspect. But the cool factor is definitely there. When I see this picking up light in different angles, the way it reflects off the scratch marks and stuff, I think that's pretty nice job. Pretty well done, Hatchet. A lot of detail there, and working around the challenges of these texture maps can be difficult sometimes, but he did a great job. So I like this one.
It's got a little bit of transparency as well, which I've noticed. Yeah, very cool to see that in use. Sometimes you see, and this isn't really a criticism, I like the creativity, but sometimes you see that transparency get a little overused. But in the case like this, like that really adds to it. That's I think that's a very appropriate and tasteful use of transparency there. All right.
Very nice job.
Now, if you were to move it slightly, if you were to move this slightly to your right, we can get a good look at how the depth of it really comes out with the lighting. Yeah, maybe if I were to 1 second. Do you know
you just got to get it on the right angle. It's about the angle of your camera.
Oh, I got it there. Oh, I got it. I got it there. All right. So when I started to look at the dark side, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Now, if you start to slowly move to your left, yeah, there we are. Now we're starting to see it getting a little bit brighter, a little bit brighter, a little bit more to the left, Mr. MICRØ, a little bit brighter, yes. That's some very nice bump mat work there. And MICRØ, would you like to put it on your back? All right. Very nice. Done a very good job here, Mr. Zink. And Ike Finnear, if I'm correct, I should point that out. They are a duo. So, Toxic Wolf Collection, very nice to see it. Why is that dog so slobbery? Honestly, there should be one jokey skin where it's just a cute little puppy dog.
We had that. It's called the Good Boys set.
No, he's not toxic. He's I don't know how to describe him. No. Oh, good. You missed. You missed as well. Look at that fool. Right, so, back to here. Oh, hey, do you want to see how it's done? Oh, I didn't even get his foot. Anyway, we've got one more skin to talk about. And that is the continuation of the... I'm not going to look at you. I know you're about to do it. I know you're about to shoot me. Yes.
No,
so
I wouldn't. I would never do that.
We've got a continuation of the Dragon Rage collection. Gentlemen, it's sleek. It's shiny. It's got a red tip. Ooh, helpful. The fact that I had to use so many bullets for that. Please understand, he hit me so many times, I'm all wonky. But yes, gentlemen, it's the continuation of the Dragon Rage collection. Now, I believe this is actually a version 2. I remember, we're talking... I caught you.
I'm looking to see the target. I'm looking to see where that went.
I'm the target. I know how this plays out. Go on. You go stand over there.
Seriously, wasn't there a target up there? Where'd that go?
Oh. Wait, what? Did I destroy it?
I think you did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you know what that means.
No.
You're the target now.
Oh, great, wonderful. So, I am going to get myself nice in position to look at Mr. MICRØ. You know what? Oh, that's too bright. I was hoping to get the position just right. Here we go. I wanted to make it nice and pink in the background to really get the shine. Candy floss skies for the bright and golden dragon. That's his tail. I don't want to look at his tail. I wanted to see his head. Where's his head? There he is. Hello, Mr. Dragon. How we
Do
doing?
dragons, you know what? You know how cats and dogs meet each other? They sniff around each other's hindquarters. Do you think dragons do the same thing?
Wouldn't they accidentally sneeze and burn each other's asses? Probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
So, Mr. MICRØ, could you slowly pan around? There's something I'm trying to get a good look at here, and that's the shine of the dragon. So, if I could... There you go, I'm trying to get this in position. Could you slowly move to your left as we start to see the golden streak shine through? Yep, slowly start moving, and yeah, we get a good look at that. Looking very cool. He's a very angry dragon, and it's part of a very well-known and fairly well-liked collection. Now, we literally just had a Thompson skin accepted, and what did I refer to earlier with Thompson skins? We don't see that many of them being accepted. We've only got like 30 of them as well, which is also quite the surprise. But the main thing that I want to get across is... Sorry about that, I was trying to get into position. If this was to be accepted, it would easily slot into a collection that's already got all of its core pieces, many weapons. Like, it's got a perfect place to jump into. This looks like a very reliable potential skin that would be a very comfortable investment. Just saying, my financial perspective is jumping out at you. If this were to be accepted, I am looking at this very, very comfortably. Like, this is going to be a very nice potential investment if it does come out. I can't stop myself, MICRØ. I might have to buy a few hundred of them because I know.
Wow.
I did that with the most recent Thompson as well. Thompson skins are just very, very reliable investments. People like to use them a lot, and when times are good, when loads of people play in Rust, you will see pretty much all of the Thompson skins getting bought out. And they get very nice and pricey. This nice sleek black design with the golden dragon trim, the nice sleek bump map work, and the useful red tip. Gentlemen, this is one of the nicest, sleekest looking Thompson skins I've seen in a while. Certainly no moon, but sometimes we need to have something extra shiny, if you know what I mean. And, you know, trypophobia people probably could have liked that a lot more. We've learned things today. So yes, Dragon Rage, you've been successful recently in 2023. Will we see more of you? Well, chat, you know what to do. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no on the workshop page. Please consider offering a nice comment or two to Mr. Little Ranger. What are you shooting at now? Stop it! Mr. MICRØ, I do believe that's all of the weapons and tools. Shall we now proceed into showing off some clothing and armour? Also, my hatchet's still on the floor. Do you want to pick that up?
Don't mind if I do.
Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about in regards to Dragon Rage Thompson, or shall we proceed to clothing up? No! Put your damn clothes on, boy. Right, so, gentlemen, we have some continuations of collections. Yes, we do. MICRØ, do you have all the setup for this first batch of clothing? Gentlemen, we've seen some new additions for the copper collection. We've got copper leather gloves and copper boots version 2 being submitted by Duck this week. MICRØ, are you nice and presentable? Are you looking nice, dapper and sharp?
I'm dressed. Make sure that you're all loaded in and everything. Skins sometimes take a second or two to load. Probably should be good by now.
Let's get a good look at you. What are those, Mr. MICRØ? What are those? Well, I already told you. It's the Copper Boots version 2. Get a good look at that sleek design. Pause, Mr. MICRØ. Yep, the nice checkered pattern.
Those are feet. They're feet.
No, shut up. Shut up. There. Yep, you can see all the stitching. The nice luminescent yellow. What's that yellow colour called again, Mr. MICRØ?
Chartreuse.
No, it's copper pea yellow. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yep.
I forgot the English term. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. And then we'll scroll up. As we can see, we've got the hoodie and pants being worn as well. Same stitch pattern, which seems to have applied over to here. Do we see that stitch pattern on these gloves? Let's go take a look. So these are the version 2, and yes, I do. I see all the stitching. Very nice. Let's give this a nice slow pan around. Now, we actually haven't seen any leather gloves being accepted since Fish Collection gloves back in 2021. It's been 2 years, and they are quite shiny, which I've noticed. That I saw that as well with the boots. The checkered pattern is a shiny one. So if you were to slightly move around, I could see that like lighting up. So Mr. MICRØ, yes, there we go. Yep, I see it. Interior and exterior. I'll take a look at the leather gloves as well. I scroll up. Let's go take a look at these gloves and yep. And of course we see it all on the actual hoodie and pants as well. So, gentlemen, do you like the setup? Do you like the gear? Do you like what's happening with Copper Collection? We're getting more weapons. We're getting more potential clothing skins. Maybe at some point we'll see a copper door. Oh, wait, what's this? Is that the L96 still on you? Well, don't you look like a devilish man well, not devilish. You look like a person who's here to serve and protect. I've got a moth near me. Can you shoot that? Ah! You missed it. It's still alive. I just had one fly near me. I think you got him now. I don't think he's coming back. So anyway, yes, gentlemen, do you like the design? Do you like what it's turning into? Are you looking forward to potentially seeing some more? You know what to do. Please consider going to the workshop page for the gloves, and let's just get it during daytime as well. Oh, look at that. It's nice and bright. Please consider going to the workshop for voting yes or no on the gloves. Please consider offering a nice comment or two. Same thing with the boots. Gentlemen, if you like what we have here, please show your support. Say good work to Mr. Duck, or say, I like this a lot. Maybe even, as I said, vote yes or no. And
leave a quack or two in the comments.
Yeah, you could just sit there and say quack, quack, quack. I'm sure he'd understand, you know. He loves a good quack here and there. Right then, Mr. MICRØ, thank you for showing off all of the gear with the AK as well. And thank you for shooting that moth. I hope he doesn't come back. I hope he's learned his lesson. Is there any...
I was standing sort of out of this light sphere a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that I was back here on the metal part, but if I move up onto the carpet where we get a little bit brighter of a light, it may bring out the reflection a little bit, but the boots do sort of sink into the carpet, so you don't get to see the whole thing, which is why I was standing back. But yeah, you'll get a little bit brighter of a look there.
Yeah.
The set looks pretty cool in the light.
It's got that nice little shine to it, and you're here to raid some naughty people. You're on a drugs bust, aren't you, Mr. MICRØ?
Get on the ground right now.
Get on the ground. Open the door, please.
Show me your hands.
Yeah. Right, so hello, Mr. Leader Master. Hey, Leader Master. How you doing, buddy? We're just taking a look at all of the skin continuations of the week. We're looking at copper gloves and boots. I hope you like them. If you like them enough, please consider going to the workshop and showing your support. Give us a nice thumbs up, Mr. MICRØ. Yeah, right. So, Mr. MICRØ, we have some other skins to take a look at now. Shall we proceed into looking at the continuation of the Hardsuit collection? Yes, just this past week we saw Hardsuit hoodie and pants being accepted, made by Mr. Shedmon, and he very quickly submitted another pair of clothing pieces. You wouldn't believe it. It's more boots and gloves. Yes, we have Hardsuit gloves, leather gloves to be precise, and we have Hardsuit boots. Mr. MICRØ, are you looking nice and dapper? Are you looking...
I am.
Oh, it's taken a while to load up. Oops. Let's just take a real quick water break. All right. And that moth seems to definitely be gone. I think you actually got him. Right, now here we go. What do we have here? It's bright. Well, not bright, it's shiny. It's shiny is what it is. MICRØ, would you say you're nice and well protected? Will your toes always be safe when you wear these? Yes, gentlemen, it's the Hardsuit.
Sorry, let me step off the carpet so you can see them in all of their beautiful detail.
Oh, I moved in a little too much. I was very eager to see these feats. Yes, you can see it's shiny all on the front there. Look how shiny that is. And then when we rise up, right eyes up, nice and shiny here as well. You're like a man in a suit of armor, my friend. Get a good look at all of this shininess. It's all nailed in. He's all nice and protected. Whoa.
Yeah, let me move into the light a little better. If you're going to show it at nighttime, I want to get a little light on it at least.
These aren't road sign gloves, are they? These are leather gloves, 100%. I'm just being a little bit confused about what I'm looking at. Because, you know, with the hoodie and the pants, it could even confuse you a little bit, couldn't it? But yeah, these are 100% leather gloves.
They are.
Yes. So, thank you for verifying that, Mr. Tin Can Man. Extra shiny. And, oh, that made me jump, that did. Getting a good look at this. How he shines. Make it a little bit brighter, move around.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to show it off in the dark there to show what this looks like with the light shining on it. Because a lot, you know, I've seen a number of people discussing, you know, oh, this will be great because it's dark at nighttime. Except, it does pick up some light reflection, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But if you're not directly in the bright light, it doesn't really do the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
It is very dark at nighttime. So
but if we had a little bit of light, I just want to see what it looks like. So I've got a little bit of light here, and you're fairly noticeable when you turn around and whatnot. It's fairly easy to spot. Yeah, the pink glow, yes, it shines upon you, you shiny man. Yes, he's the Tin Can Man. Yep. So, Shedmon, very nice to see a continuation, and we know that you're committed to it. We know that you've said that you want to make even more. So, gentlemen, if you approve, if you want to support this collection, would you like to consider going to the workshop page? Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment or two, or maybe some feedback. Does it need to be even shinier? Feel free to go ahead and say so. I'm sure he'd love to see that, wouldn't he? Right then, Mr. MICRØ, any other words that you might want to sit there and say, or shall we proceed to the next clothing, please?
I wish you would put care instructions in the description. Like, do we use metal polish on this, or just throw it in the washer dryer? Is this going to rust on me? Do I need to use, like, oil on it or something?
I think we need to send you to the scrapyard. Right, let's go take a look at the final clothing piece. The final continuation of the week, Mr. MICRØ.
Should we mention? We should probably mention that there are also the metal face and chest piece that are in the works. So we're aware of those. I don't have them with me right now because we're just showing the stuff, you know, for this week's submissions. It falls into this week's list. So, but that we already know that that's going to be coming to the workshop. I think it already is. Shedmon's usually a little bit, he's one of the earlier posters. So he got his hoodie or the tier 3 pieces out of the way. They're already ready to go for next week, I think. So we'll look forward to seeing those next time around. And I'll keep this set in my inventory so we could show it off again next week. Indeed,
because you are correct. He is usually the earliest skin creator to submit a skin. So it's very consistent with that. One of the earliest people to submit a skin for the next week. So, all good. All right, Mr. MICRØ, shall we proceed with the final skin continuation, the final clothing piece? Let's go take a look at that. I look at the floor once more. It's orange and it's I don't know what colour that is. What do you call that? Oh, there's a stain there. MICRØ, you really need to clean up, honestly. Oh. Right. Are you nice and ready, Mr. MICRØ? Are you all good?
I am indeed.
Right, what's that smell? Oh, no, not yet. Soon. Right, I've got to wait a little bit longer. I'm
hot, I'm delicious, and I'm ready.
Why are you delicious? What's going on? What are you wearing, Mr. MICRØ? What are you wearing? What's this? Why do you look so tasty and irresistible? Why do you look so comfy? Why do you have pizza knee pads? I don't know. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh, I like how the light shines upon you there. You are the angel of my eye. It's the pizza collection getting hoodie and pants. Chat, YouTube. Do you need an extra tasty ooze of cheese, pepperoni, mushrooms, peppers, and olives? Chat, it's the continuation of the pizza collection. It's shiny, it's in front of you, it's piping hot and ready in less than 30 minutes. It's the pizza hoodie and pants. Come on, that was nice and cool. Yes, chat, it's the pizza, hoodie and pants, and here and nice and ready. Another core piece, to be precise. And if this gets accepted, those tier 3 armor pieces very likely will be going up in price. We did see a lot of speculative purchase happening. The very second that we saw this being submitted, lots of people jumped in, bought out a bunch of stock. One guy decided to list a whole bunch of them on the Steam market, ended up causing a sell wall. Doesn't matter. Someone went and bought all of them out. So yeah, there's been a lot of commotion and a lot of activity on the Steam market with the arrival of these in the workshop. But will they potentially be accepted? We'll have to wait and see. Most of the skins that have been accepted these past few weeks are typical picks. So that means the prime position for this is next week. It will be in that German guy's top picks, and perhaps we shall see it being accepted. So brace yourselves. Pizza might be on the way, all right? Next Thursday, make sure you're ready. Make sure you have a nice...
appetite.
I was going to say that, yes. Nice appetite for some more pizza. Now, Mr. MICRØ, shall we make it a little bit more brighter? Would you like to slowly spin around? Just want to get a good look at this. You might notice that it's a little bit shiny. What I'll do to just really get that across is, it's not...
Tell you what, it is making me hungry looking at this thing.
It's got a lot of bump mat work on it. When I slowly spin around the dark side, you can see all of it stand out. Oh my god, MICRØ, your rear end is so delicious looking. Yes, let me take a bite out of it.
I had $1 for every time I heard that.
Let me get a good bite out of your leg. It's so delicious. Yes, but yeah, pizza collection, it's here, and hey, we have reason to believe through market research that everybody likes pizza, and so yeah. So yeah, gentlemen, if you like it, please consider going to the workshop right now, offering a vote or two, and please consider offering a nice comment or two. Mr. Jimmick and Mr. Lysaint, I'm sure they'd like to hear it. Do you want to sit there and tell them to remove the olives? I'm just saying, I'm not a big fan of the olives, all right? I'm just saying, maybe we need to get rid of them. Maybe it couldn't hurt. Maybe we could add something else, Maybe some sausage. Maybe a little bit of ham, I'm just saying, all right? So, MICRØ, do you have any suggestions?
Meat Lover Gaming.
See, if they make deplorables, they could do different types of pizza toppings. There you go. Oh, there you go. I've just given you an idea, Mr. Shimmick and Mr. Lysaint. You can do vegetarian sheep middle. You could do meat feast armadillo. You could do a scary looking... What's that banana pizza? Have you seen it? Or you could do that for some double door or a garage door. There's loads of silly options. Sardines?
When I was in France one time, I got a pizza and they had there was an egg on it. They cracked an egg, and it cooked pretty quickly, but it was surprisingly delicious. Never had a pizza like that, but
you sure
it was good.
You sure didn't eat a quiche?
I don't know, man. I was in France. I ate all kinds of stuff.
Well, and you asked for a pizza?
It wasn't me who ordered it. It was just someone ordered it for the table, and we had to see what it was like.
Very well.
And as you can expect, it was pizza, and it was delicious.
Well, of course. All pizza is delicious. And so, gentlemen, that is it. That's all of the workshop continuations. Not as many as the previous week, of course, but I guess, some people are trying to figure out some nice, different creative ideas, because we do have the likes of Easter just around the corner, don't we, Mr. MICRØ? And that will be taking up... they're all going to start appearing next week, aren't they? Yeah. So not this weekend, the current weekend that we're going through, but next weekend, we're going to start seeing a whole bunch of Easter skins. So that means we're not... We might have to show off some Easter skins, I think. I'm not sure. Is it going to be next week? Because Easter... Let me remind you, Easter's going to be happening for Force Wipe April, right? So keep that in mind, but the skins obviously have to come before that. And, so keep that all in mind. We've got a whole bunch of chocolate Easter eggs coming out soon. Oh, and tasty-looking, delicious things. So, right, Mr. MICRØ, I do believe we're done for this section. We're going to be moving on to top-rated skins, top highest scoring skins next. So yes, we're gonna take a little break before that, and then we'll proceed to there. So let's just move on to that. So yep. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So this is the top 20 highest scoring skins this past week. These are all the skins that appeared over the past weekend, and of course Monday, the deadline. So these scores are all based on data collected from Steam. So yep, you get the idea from there. And what we can see from in top position, the Retrowave glow-in-the-dark garage door. Second place we have Dragon Rage Thompson. In third place we have Pizza Pants. In fourth we have Hardsuit boots. Then you got the Pizza Hoodie here in fifth. Sixth place we have Hardsuit gloves. Then we have some skins we haven't seen yet. We've got the likes of the Electrified metal door and the Nuclear Bomb Satchel, the Flamingo sheet metal door, and the old Wallpaper Rug. So just to reiterate that, we've seen this these past few weeks. All of the score is all based on data collected from Steam. So we've got that all nice and prepared for you. We've also got the other top 10. Well, these are all the top 20 skins, but we're only going to focus the top 10. We've already shown some of them to you because they're continuations of collections. But now we have a few more skins to show off because they did fairly well. And that is, starting off, the Electrified metal door made by Trix. 68% score. Let's go take a look at that. Mr. MICRØ, where are you, good sir? Can you touch it for me? I just want to see what happens. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
Oh.
Perfect. Right. So, MICRØ, I think this might be a little bit too helpful. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm starting to notice something here. MICRØ, this is transparent. This is very If I were to go over this, I can't. No, there's no floor. Oh, MICRØ, you didn't install a floor.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, we had a limited budget for the set this week, so. But if you want, I could chuck you down a little something here.
I was just gonna say I could have stood on the other side and said hello. All right, there we are. So yeah, gentlemen, it's transparent. How I'm just going to sit here and say I have my doubts. So we've recently seen some wooden doors with a little bit of transparency in their design, and now we've got a sheet metal door here that's pretty much all transparent. Now, yeah, those aren't actual holes. It's just transparency. So yeah, you get the idea. This is, I'm going to say it based on my opinion. I think it's a little bit too pay to win in a sense, don't you think, Mr. MICRØ? If this was a skin to be accepted, it's a little bit too beneficial.
I mean, yeah, I think I don't know if you'd call it pay to win. I mean, this is just, there's a lot of dynamics to how this could be win or lose, work to your advantage or to your disadvantage. But as terms of the sort of scope of the different skins that we've seen for doors, I mean, this goes way beyond what we've seen as what's typically allowed for the level of transparency. Although I will say that usually people that submit fully transparent doors do a kind of a crude job. They're not usually all that particularly well done, but I gotta say Trix did a pretty nice job making this look like he did a very good job of making full use of all the various maps and a very high quality texture map. So he's got the emissive layer on there. There's a gloss layer. Everything comes together to give a nice, very realistic appearance of it being like a glowing red hot electrified fence that's going across this door. And it looks cool at nighttime. The glow coming off of it looks very, I guess I could say authentic, but yeah, it's a really cool looking door. And, the principle being, that it's electrified and it's so so much current going through the thing that it's glowing red hot. That's a cool idea. Very cool idea.
Maybe we'll need to touch it again just to be sure if it's definitely on full high voltage.
That feels good, actually. You could roast a hot dog on here.
You and your... never mind, anyway. So, gentlemen, this has been getting a lot of traction, but, this is... I hate to say it, but we tend to see you know, when we see a skin like this, of course people jump onto it and say, oh yeah, I want that, please add it, please add it, please add it, please add it. People, learn the repercussions of what happens when something like this gets accepted. It would be a little bit too easy, wouldn't it? Just a little bit. You'd see a little bit too much, more than you should. It kind of goes against the, you know, I don't want to say design of the game, but like, if we had loads of like sheet metal doors like this, it could potentially become a problem. Or maybe, you know, just make everything overpowered, and then, you know, the whole game's overpowered, and then nothing's overpowered. But then you end up with Modern Warfare 2, so you probably don't want to do that. But yeah.
I mean, remember, the thing is here, the advantage that provides is given to people on both sides of the door. So it could be viewed as a disadvantage if you were using this to protect yourself, and, you know, you're safe behind the door, but the other person can see you. So it's not exactly concealing what's going on behind it. So maybe you want that as part of your base. Maybe you don't. If I hadn't thrown my spray can away, I could have do the little thing where I change the skin while it's deployed. But, yeah. So this could be a very cool door for an airlock, or just, you know, I could find a bunch of different ways to use this in a base. But I do think it's a little bit beyond what's typically accepted in terms of the boundaries that it pushes with the transparency and all that. I don't think they're
lenient enough to allow something like this. Even for a wooden door, I don't think they'd be lenient enough for that. So, you know, we've said what we needed to say. It's a cool idea, but, you know, it's just a little bit too much. So, yeah. And, yeah. What was that for?
Just for the mood.
Oh,
just for the mood.
Just to keep the... All right, then. So, I think we've talked about that there, Mr. MICRØ. Chat, if you like what you see, please consider offering a vote or two. Please consider going to the workshop page and offering a nice comment or two. Wait, did I say vote or two and comment or two? Damn it! I keep saying that! All right, you get the idea.
You know, Astolti made a good point here, that, you know, if you're hooking up energy or, you know, high voltage to this to make it glow, that's a big waste of energy. And so, yeah, we should mention, it would be ecologically responsible to mention that this is not Gold Star approved, or doesn't have any energy or efficiency ratings.
Right, let's move on to the next one. We have, well, if we want to be more cost effective with our energy, we should probably invest into nuclear. Ooh. Ooh. Hot potato catch. There you go. Why didn't you catch it? Why didn't you catch it? You should have catched it. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Any minute now. You're screwed. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you're lucky. You are very lucky. Anyway, gentlemen, yes, in my hands I hold the nuclear bomb satchel made by Igor. Yes, get a good look at that. Now, legalized nuclear bombs. There we go. Get a good look at that. Nuclear. Prototype A1. Enter password. Do you know the password, MICRØ? Yes or no? No, 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 not the wall. We like the wall. It's got the electricity's next to it, MICRØ. No, stop it. Oh, thank God. Don't test. No, 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 no. You go stand over there. No, not the sleeping bag. The fireflies. No, look what you've done. No, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah! What have you done? Why? They didn't deserve that. Not only did you squish them. Oops. Don't stand there now. Stand. Do you even have the satchel charge?
Actually, I lost mine. Can you chuck me another one?
Go catch that. Right. So,
I'm going to disarm it. Let me just type in the code. What was the code again?
You don't deserve. And MICRØ's dead. Well, that's it. That's the stream. He's still alive, isn't he? Oh, no, he's dead. Wow. Oh, it actually happened. It actually happened. We're finally free, chat. We're finally free. Yeah. You think you're smart now? Look at him. Look at him. Oh, no. Oh, that leg should not be positioned that way. Well, instead of...
Good thing I have all these Fireflies sleeping bags out over here.
Oh, put some clothes on, man. Honestly. Instead of fireflies, you just have regular flies now, anyway. So, Point made. Yep, this is a satchel charge, and there is always that, you know, that question we have. Do you even like skinning your satchel charges? Like, all right, I'm going to skin it, and then I'm going to throw it, and then it's going to explode, and then it's gone. Yep, satchel charge skins tend to struggle because of that. A lot of people just don't really feel the need to colour them and texture them, because it just doesn't really feel like that good of an investment. You buy the skin and then you apply it and then it's gone and then you don't see it anymore. So, Mr. MICRØ, are you holding one? Yes, he is. Let's go take a look at you. If we just zoom in a whole lot more, what can we see? We can see. Honestly,
if I had a skin for satchel charge, I would definitely use it. I definitely would. If I was crafting satchels, the thing is, you don't always. That's kind of one of those items in the game where you might get it while you're out running a monument and then throw it on a door on your way home. So it's not always the case that you're running around like you might use them while you have them and that's it. Or maybe you're crafting them to go raid your neighbor. If that was the case, you better believe I'm putting my skin on them for sure.
You raid your neighbor with nuclear bombs? My God, man. Like, have some decency. Just door camp them like normal, regular people.
Can't have people building by me, man.
Right, so very cool to look at, but let's just make you walk into the darkness, because what happens, you can be seen. It's a glow-in-the-dark satchel charge, as we have seen. MICRØ, walk into the darkness and don't come back. Yes, it's very bright. It's very volatile. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. All right? Okay, good. So, walk on back, Mr. MICRØ. No. Oh, thank God. Before you're about to actually throw the thing. Get a good look at that. I like how the screen actually has a lot of shine to it. That looks quite cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And then, I mean, it's basically just a giant remote control in a sense. Yep. Cool idea. Nicely made, Mr. Igor. And, of course, a lot of people support it. A lot of people have been voting for it.
It's true. Yep, this was number 8 on the list.
Indeed it was. So, if you want to give it a little bit more support, gentlemen, feel free to go to the workshop. Feel free to offer a nice comment or two and, vote yes or no. Do you like it? Yes or no? You tell me. And, Mr. MICRØ, with that, shall we move on to the next skin to talk about? Back to me. Hello, me. I like me.
So we don't need this anymore, right?
No! Ah! How about you go catch this one? No, come back here. Yeah. All right. No, wait. Oh, no, I accidentally turned it back on. No. Just. I'm getting rid of these things. They're too dangerous. Right. What do we have left? We have. What's next? What was number 9? It was the Flamingo sheet metal door. I hope we haven't scared off the flamingos. Nope, he's looking nice and cool. What do we have right before my eyes? It's the Flamingo sheet metal door. It's made by Shino. Doesn't it look real cool? So yes, starting from the floor, I rise up. Get a good look at that juicy looking coconut drink. The delicious looking pizza. I keep on rising. It's a cool looking flamingo and he's looking extra suave and cool. Yes. Chat. Maybe this is more on theme for the summer, but I do like it. I think Mr. Shino's done a cool little design. Yeah. A good look at that. How about we get the lights on? What does it look like there? Let's make it a bit more dark. And yep, we can see all of the wiring in the background. We can see all of the nice fencing that's keeping the neon lighting all together, all in place is what I meant to say. Yep, you can see the battery. Oh, cool. And yeah, do you want a nice cool looking flamingo for your entrance? Are you a cool flamingo yourself? Chat. This is the Flamingo sheet metal door, and if you like it, please consider going to the workshop and offering a nice comment or two. Please consider offering a nice vote, yes or no. I was about to say vote. I was about to say vote or two again. I almost did it, but then I screwed it up in a different way. I will get past this. I will persevere and succeed in the future. But yes, this is a very nice. But I'll be honest with you, it's not exactly the most creative, crazy-looking glow-in-the-dark door, is it? We've seen we see a lot of these nowadays, don't we, Mr. MICRØ? But so as long as you do it, nice and right, people wouldn't complain.
I think he did. I think he did do it right. I mean, the fact that we do see a lot of neon stuff means that there's a lot of a pretty broad collection of items to use as a point of reference when making your judgment. And the fact that this is performing so well in terms of the score that it has, I think that speaks a lot about the perception of it being rather high quality. And I could tell you, just from a modeling standpoint, this is more than just someone painting a texture onto a gun or something and calling it a day. Like, this took some thought and some effort to prepare the modeling. There's a lot of even the little effects where the mesh and the metallic pieces are deformed and they're bent. That non-uniformity is a big element in a design that gives it it's not that it's realistic, but it gives it some appealing characteristics to it. It's not just a plain old simple texture. There's actually quite a bit of modeling work that was done here, and then there's some geometry to represent the wires and stuff. This little neon sign transformer that has the power cords going out to each tube. I think this is really nicely done, and this is a pretty cool looking skin with the design itself with the glow and the neon and stuff. It's like a cool stylized. I don't know, stylized is the right word, but it's very, very well themed, and I guess it's a little early yet for summer, but I think people have definitely shown that they like their neons. Neon deployables have been very popular now for a long time, and I could see this getting used all year round just on account of that. So it doesn't have to be for summertime only.
Are you hating on my Flamingo? Are you hating on my cool Flamingo? Huh? Take those sunglasses off now.
This is very cool. I think Shino did a really wonderful job on this. He deserves to be on this top 10 list. Well, really nicely job. This is actually a collab between Shino and Spectre, and I think they're somewhat newer to the workshop, but the fact that they've been very successful in getting a positive response from the votes this week definitely speaks to their skill level. I'm looking forward to seeing more work out of these guys.
Gentlemen, if you want to support Shino and Spectre, if you like what you see in front of you, please consider going to the workshop. Please consider voting yes or no, and please consider offering a nice comment or two. And with that, it's just flipped. It's just flipped. Don't worry about that. It is just flipped,
but you can just get a different angle with the sun shining on it now. Oh. And the way it's positioned here on our stage doesn't give it any direct sunlight. So maybe you can catch a different little vibe off it with the door open.
All right.
Yeah, good job. Very creative, very nice use of the different materials. The emission looks pretty good, and it's a cool little cute design. So good luck to these guys. Congratulations on your position there in the top 10 list, and look forward to seeing what happens with that.
Well, Mr. MICRØ, we've shown off number 9. Shall we start talking about number 10? And we alluded to it earlier. A certain something has also appeared this week, which is kind of a decoration for the walls. Yes, gentlemen, what do I see right in front of me here? It's another rug skin that's wallpaper. Quite literally, it's old wallpaper. This is made by Freddie, person who made the Resources door collection, aka the sheet metal door back over there. Sheet metal door back over there. Yes, he's also jumped on this newfound fad. Would fad be the thing to say, do you reckon? Oh wow, we've got more over here, do we, Mr. MICRØ? He's decorating.
Yeah, I'm just slapping up some wallpaper over here. And then you gotta hammer it, right?
No! You're ruining it! Look, it's
trying to iron out these wrinkles. It's a little
it's so creased. Wrinkled. It's so creased. Look at it. Look at it. You didn't do a good job. Straighten it now. Come on. You need to just like jump into it. What you do? No. That doesn't help.
We don't have wallpaper tools here, so I'm using just the next best thing.
Anyway.
This isn't working. I'm no good. I'm not handy with tools.
Right, so, gentlemen, get a good look at all of this, because we have the old wallpaper rug skin right here, and as I was alluding to, a lot more skin creators are starting to think, you know what, I think I could do something like that, based on what we saw over there, just a little bit earlier. We only have one left. Why is there E? What is E all about?
That was the E from the hedge. The looks like the letters decayed a little bit.
What? But why would E be left? Anyway, point I'm trying to make. Oh, we got a balloon. Anyway,
look at that.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Did you wish for it? Right. Anyway, earlier we talked about how the drywall is more of a design that you put on the ceiling, you put on the walls. A fun little jokey idea for a rug. But now, back over to here, wha-bam, we quite literally have wallpaper. This is quite literally for your walls. And hey,
I don't know if I put this right side up or upside down. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know either. Is that why you got? Wait,
No, I didn't make an effort to flip this one. I could.
You could give it a shot. Because the issue is, we can't actually get the lighting on that side, can we? So we're probably going to need you to use...
there's the lighting over here. That's why the tuna lamp is over here. But yeah, you can look at this left side to get the lighting with the sun.
So yeah, gentlemen, do you like this new approach that skin creators are taking with this idea of making rugs being more, purposing them to be more like wallpaper decoration and whatnot? Like, we saw another design that was supposed to be a poster. We saw another design that was literally a brick wall. Like, there was a lot of interesting ideas, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a whole lot more of them. We should also point out Kosem actually made multiple designs of drywall. There was a waterproof one as well, wasn't there, MICRØ? But because they were
That's true, yeah.
They were all kind of the same, we didn't think we needed to show it. So, yeah, like, we're just saying that. So, other than that, yeah, gentlemen.
Well,
go on.
Not just that, we saw there was a weird sequence with the drywall skin, right? It was submitted, but then it was resubmitted with an alternate version, and I think there was some kind of technical problem the artist ran into with the icon or something like that when he posted it. So there was it didn't fall into the right sequence on our list the way we were collecting our data. So I'm not sure if we should be showing it this week, but because this is already accepted now, there's really not much point in showing the alternate version, and I don't think that they're distinct from each other enough that they would accept both. I think it was just this is the version that got chosen, and so yeah, the other version is just another colorway that wasn't really. It's not. I don't think that has a likelihood of being accepted.
So, gentlemen, point made. Let's just quickly point out that this doesn't glow in the dark. I will just quickly turn off this. Be gone with you. This does not glow in the dark. This is perhaps the beginning of a whole lot more rug skins in the future, purely with the intention of a design that's supposed to be placed on your walls. So, do you want to see more like this? Maybe you can go to the workshop right now and show your support. Show your support to... Well, actually, first of all, let's get the lights on and do that. Oh, it doesn't show up that much. That was a waste of time. Please consider showing your support to Freddie. Let's see if we could see some more creative ideas from them. Where do we go from here? Maybe we need a more colourful design with the wallpaper. Maybe we need a window. That would be funny. Like a fake window. That would be a pretty funny one, wouldn't it?
We had something like that recently, which was it was set up to look like window blinds.
Oh, yeah.
Although I think there was a door, I think. It wasn't
that was
a rug,
a door.
but...
I do remember that now. I think we also had a porthole one time as well. So you could see like a boat in the distance in water and whatnot. Like, yeah. So fun, creative ideas constantly being made. But don't forget, please go to the workshop and please show your support to all of these skin creators that are constantly pumping out new skins every single week. Don't forget, Monday is the deadline, and that's when you're going to see all the nice, fresh, delicious looking skins fresh from the oven. And you could be there to be the first person to offer a nice comment and show your support with a nice vote. Simple as. Mr. MICRØ, we have gone through all of the skins now. That was number 10. Of course, we only show top 10, so I guess that's a wrap. Is there anything that you'd like to sit there and say before we say goodbye? Uh-oh. Oh, no. What are you about to say? What are you about to do?
Ribbit.
Where's your... You don't even have a hoodie. Where's your hoodie? You've lost your hoodie. You're not a real frog. You've failed. You can at least get the AK. No, no!